childbirth violence, and this is violence that most Kenyans don't know about. It is called obstetric violence. Obstetric violence is violence that is melted upon women during childbirth, after childbirth, and even during labor. This violence most of the time is experienced by mothers and their spouses. By the way, have you ever thought why a mother would carry a child for 9 months, deliver that child, and deposit that child in a bush somewhere, or throws the baby into the pit tree? Okay, there are many other socio-economic factors that would make a mother do that, but for me, my approach is different. My approach is, could be this mother has suffered postpartum depression, and that depression forces the mother to naturally reject that child. Have you ever heard of a story of a mother who went through labor in a hospital, delivered a baby, but refused to breastfeed completely? Some of them are even beaten by colleagues in the ward so that they can agree to breastfeed. Others are forced to breastfeed by healthcare providers. Unasikia mama amefinywa matiti, maziwa itolewe ndio mtoto apate maziwa. To me, I don't see that as a socio-economic factor. I see it as a psychological factor. And this is something that we may need to discuss, talk about it, and see how we can help our mothers so that we can reduce the occurrence of what I call obstetric violence. There are many mothers who have reported that when they went for delivery, they were verbally abused, they were tortured. Others have even complained that the doctors forced them into coerced practices. I mean, they were taken into the ward without their consent. Others were not even disclosed to what is it that the conditions they have. For example, maybe you have a breach and you're not told that you have a breach until that very moment that you need to go to the theater, and you are forced to sign forms. Your husbands and spouses are forced to sign forms so that you don't lose the baby or the mother. So all that kind of treatment that violates the rights of our mothers during childbirth is what we call obstetric violence. Have you ever even asked yourself why a doctor would not tell you that you are rhesus negative until that very day when you'll be going for delivery? And they start threatening you that, you know, we cannot admit you because this hospital, we don't have enough blood bank for your rhesus. Why would you wait until that very moment when the mother is due for delivery, yet you've been seeing this child, this mother for a long time, and you've not disclosed? I am not here to victimize anybody, but I'm here to speak about a subject that people don't speak about. They actually talk about things that really do not get clearly understood by mothers. Now, there are so many mothers who have gone for delivery and they've been told that their blood groups are very rare, like rhesus negative, and you are told before you book yourself for delivery, enda utafute damu. Sasa unashangaa, utaenda kutafuta damu wapi? And this mother starts getting worried because they have not even been told kwa nini unaambiwa uende utafute damu. Unaanza kufikiria labda mtoto wako hana damu ya kutosha, atakufa, and you start getting emotionally disturbed, psychologically disturbed, and that can also lead to postpartum depression. Let me give you a short story. And as a mother, when I speak about this, I get very emotional. In 2021, a friend of mine called me in the morning and told me, "Ebu angalia vile nani ameandika kwa Facebook yake." We had a mutual friend who posted on her Facebook that she has been given, or she's been blessed with a baby girl. And then she said, unfortunately, this girl is going to replace my life. And so we were wondering, why did she post that? And we started calling each other and saying, we need to go and check what's going on. And you know, sisi wa mama, tukisema tunaenda kuona mama ambaye amejifungua, tunajitayarishanga. We don't just run. So in the process of kujipanga tuende tukamuone, this girl committed suicide. And the husband got himself into a lot of shit because he interfered with the whole scenario. Not because he wanted, but he wanted to cover up because he didn't want to be seen like he's the one who abandoned, or he did not do what he was supposed to have done to rescue this girl. But this girl died. And then he started very serious legal issues. But for me, I kept telling this family, let us not just rush into conclusions. We need to ask ourselves whether this girl was going through postpartum depression. And it is true, she was going through serious depression. Before she posted on Facebook that she's going to be replaced by her young baby, she had indicated to so many people that she's thinking, she's contemplating suicide. And no one thought that a mother who has come from a good hospital, has delivered a baby, has a good husband, has a good home, had a good job, by the way, she was actually a medical practitioner, would actually think of committing suicide immediately after her childbirth. And by the way, this was not her firstborn. She was actually getting her third child. And she committed suicide and died. And there's so many women watching me now, so many women following me, who have gone through once or twice postpartum depression. That is like a period where ukipata mtoto hutaki kuona hata baba ya mtoto. Yaani ni kama amekukosea. Hata kuna wazee wamepotea boma immediately after childbirth. Ni kwa sababu mama amekuwa mkali, haeleweki, hatosheki, hakuli, haogi. In fact, I was reading the other day on X. I was reading about a friend of mine who I follow so much on X, who just got a baby the other day. And she's a celebrity, by the way. She said it took her 3 days to shower after delivery room. 3 days, yes. And she can't explain why she had to take 3 days to shower. These are signs of a woman who is going through postpartum depression. Now, when you are in the labor ward, immediately after delivery, nurses may not understand what you're going through. So when you refuse to breastfeed your child, they come and beat you up. Others, they press your teeth to make sure that they remove milk for your baby. Others, they will harass you. They will send even medical practitioners to come and force you to go and shower, force you to eat, and even, throw verbal attacks on you. I think this is the right time for us to combine forces and speak about obstetric violence. That is the violence that is melted upon women who are going through labor, who are going through delivery, and after delivery. By the way, wacha nikuulize, ushawahi sikia mama akisema alichapa makofi ndio atoe mtoto? Ati push the baby, pa, unagongwa. Push the baby, pa. And people laugh about it. They think that is a normal way of child delivery. No. Nobody should slap your back so that you can push the baby. No. That is violence. There are even women who say that they had to be scared so that they can push the baby. There are doctors who